Extra, extra, we're back with another entry. Today's topic is going to be about the dark meaning behind the name of my own city. But before we begin, I want to give a shout out to a Facebook friend of mine. I'm not going to say their name, but they shared the article on today's topic. I'm from a small city in West Texas that I thought I knew like the back of my hand, but I guess I was wrong. Today's topic was an article that gave me more ammunition and confirmation on why I feel that North America isn't an amusement park, and especially the southern region. It's because these people have a plantation mentality. North America, and especially the southern region of North America, is sick. It might as well have yellowing of the eyes and of the skin. When the people have peaceful protests and suggest reform, when it comes to statues of Confederate soldiers being erected, or army bases being named after Confederate generals, or Confederate flags in certain places being stripped down, the North American higher-ups ignore the people. They're not open and they're not respectful to the sentiments of the North American people. And what a surprise. My city is named after a colonel that was in the Confederate Army. Thomas Saltus Lubbock was a Texas Ranger and colonel in the Confederate Army during the American Civil War. What a big surprise for me. But due to nationwide protests fired up by police brutality, everybody seems to be on the North American reform and law enforcement bandwagon. Let's see what this Texas Tech professor says about the city of Lubbock. Texas Tech professor says the city of Lubbock should change its name due to Confederate ties. So now you see what I mean. And, maybe I wouldn't have found out these things if it wasn't at the expense of a Breonna Taylor or a George Floyd. It's a sad way to find things out, but hey, at least we found these things out. So we should remember the names of the Sandra Blands and the Philando Castiles, the Emmett Tills of the North American black experience. We can't forget about these people because they're teachers. The article reads, over the past week in the wake of the George Floyd protests, there has been a renewed call nationally for ties to the Civil War era Confederacy to be severed in the United States. This would include the removal of statues honoring Confederate generals and soldiers and the renaming of U.S. military installations named for the Confederate era leaders, including Fort Hood in Texas. Lubbock County and later the city of Lubbock were named for Thomas S. Lubbock, who served as a Texas Ranger in the 1840s and then in the Confederate States Army after the start of the Civil War in 1861 and 1862. Lubbock County was established by the Texas legislature in 1876, and the city of Lubbock was incorporated in 1909. Friday afternoon, Dora Epstein Jones, an associate professor and the chair of the College of Architecture at Texas Tech University, took to social media to say the name of the city of Lubbock should be changed. Quote, "It is high time we change the name of this city," end quote. Epstein Jones said in a public post on Facebook, quote, "No questions, no debate. Change the goddamn name," end quote. Epstein Jones became the chair of the College of Architecture at Texas Tech University on July 1st, 2019. She was described in an Architect News article last year as an, quote, "architecture educator, theorist, and scholar," end quote. Just like that does it for that article. I wanted to point out that it seems like only bloodshed can bring about reform. A lot of people are starting to be awoke. They know it's high time to awake out of sleep, so to speak. But that does it for the article. And just like that, this is the part of the entry where we part ways. But don't forget to leave me a comment because I value your opinion. We can't forget the names of Terrence Crutcher, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and the list goes on. But what do you think about all of this? Do you want the Confederate flags and soldiers and statues and installations of army bases to stay put? Let me know. Talk to me. I talk back. If you're from Lubbock and you learn something about the name of your city and what the meaning is behind it, hit the like button. If you like today's video just for the heck of it, hit the like button. If you want others to learn just like you did and want others to be educated, hit the share button. I don't mind. If you haven't already, subscribe. You know where all three of these buttons is. Use them. They're a call to action. Until next time, peace.